house or the mountain or all that.
Yep.
All right, incoherent getting the bad news. It's just rupees, but okay.
Yep.
Oh well, I'm going to go get my flute now.
Yes.
And
Same
again, forgetting that you're in the dark world and you have the mirror, so that's where you go.
It happens to like literally all of us. Okay, so Zero Rush is just saying, you know what? I'm going to do Agonal because I need that flute. Flute gives me that mobility to get around the light world, to get to those dark world portals with that hammer glove combo. That you have the portal right by Link's house. You have the portal at 5 to get you right in the pod, and then you have the one in Kakariko. So getting that flute sooner rather than later when you know it's required because of Mire being a crystal, it's
Just do it.
It's the play.
Alright.
And Incoherent will be able to activate this flute and get over to Desert a little quicker than Zero Rush did when he had to run there.
Yeah, but then Incoherent's going to have to immediately turn around and take that back up the mountain. Well, he's going to flute back up the mountain, so I guess that's faster. But so once Incoherent picks up that Moon Pearl, we might have a better idea of where these runners are in relation to each other, right?
Yep. Yeah, having to do a second mountain climb doesn't feel great.
I mean, but that's rando, right?
That is
if you're not making 3 mountain climbs in the first hour. I mean,
what are you even doing?
What are we doing?
Are you even living? So yeah, a nice little cutscene for Incoherent. You get you get a little bit of time to kind of like wipe that sweat off.
That's right. Yeah, kind of make sure everything's think about where you're going next, what you're going to do with it. Right? And then now we're off again.
Yep. Immediate to 6.
This game has just the right number of these little like 15, 20-second cutscenes that both you and your opponent are going to have to do it. So it gives you like a little breathing room between the actions. You're just going to okay, this is what I'm going to do next. This is what I'm going to do after that. All right, and then depending on what I get here, I'm going to do. You just make this little decision tree on what you're going to do.
I do like Zero Rush not even going for the NMG strats on the climb and is just fire riding all the guards.
Yeah, because he's got the Moon Pearl, he's going to get a free magic refill, right?
And for sure, Zero Rush has been around in this community for quite some time, although not as active as he used to be. Here at SGL, I believe he said actually the first seed he played here at SGL was the first race since last SGL. He's played a couple practice seeds to D-Rust, but he also is a very accomplished NMG runner. Mm-hmm. So I was actually a little surprised to not see those NMG strats in the climb because Fire Rod might be faster, but that burning animation is just so painful to sit through, even though it's only
Yeah, I mean, other than the Fire Ride, we basically have everything that you would normally have in an energy ride.
Yep.
Or I guess Hammer you wouldn't have, but I mean, you got the Master Sword, you've got I don't know. You get the Master Sword. That's basically what and the lamp, right? So.
Yep.
All right, Zero Rush is going to have the exact same luck here with the blue balls. That's seeded, so that way we don't have an unfair advantage for one runner versus another.
Yep. So, I think it was just one blue ball.
Yeah, I think that was what it might wound up being. I think we were looking at something else on Zero Rush's side when Incoherent was in the final phase of the fight here. But,
So Zero Rush, actually, if I recall, I was thinking about this during Incoherence. Zero Rush actually doing this fight a little bit more efficiently, because during the first 3 hits in the 4-hit cycle, you always want to try to push Aga to the center of the room as much as possible to maximize your expected value of where he's going to warp to, because he's always going to warp to the same spot as well.
Right.
Then, of course, for the 4th, you always want to try to hit him towards that top center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's where he's going into the lightning sequence.
See, the bad thing about not using a tracker is Zero Rush just did another map check.
Remind himself, okay, this is where I'm going.
It's actually here going for the catfish play. I wonder if this is at the same time he's thinking I really need to clean up the that Zora check that I left earlier.
Yeah. So this will be time loss for Zero Rush unless we find something here at Catfish that Incoherent may be less inclined to go for because he's already cleaned up the Zora area.
And then this will be nice because Zero Rush will already be in the light world from save and quitting, or to save and quit. I mean, and then we'll be able to just quickly go and grab that flute.
got? Well, we got.
Well, we don't have a bottle yet.
It's our first bottle, right? But the odds of that being the logical bottle required to get something
At Sick
on
Kid,
Sick Kid
like,
is,
and again, like, what Sick Kid has being like actually important.
yeah, it's a lot of only if only on Thursday nights when the moon is slightly slightly waxing that sort of deal.
Okay. You're seeing here the difference, like having that fire rod for the Lambo fight. Incoherent didn't quite have enough magic, so still had to do some.
A little shrug there to get the Cena hammer.
Some slashes and some spins, right? But
yeah, just 2 fire rod shots if you can land them, right? Because Lambo loves to do this thing where I'm gonna pop out of the ground and then immediately go back under, and then so your second fire rod shot doesn't even count.
So I think Incoherent has 2 choices here. Only things left are has not yet done Agina. But like I would say like 90% chance he's just going to go up to the mountain then.
Hey, Zero Rush. You have to go get the flute before you can go activate the flute.
Yeah. But like in a case where you feel behind, and this is one of those things where it's like I don't think it's the right play, but it's a play I can understand. In a case where you're feeling behind, you could make that call to go over to the eastern area to do Saha and dip Green Pendant Eastern to see if like maybe that's where my Moon Pearl is, or like something important that maybe my opponent hasn't gotten yet, or last located. Whereas, like, I'm going to go do it before the mountain. Obviously, we're not seeing that. Like I said, I gave it like a 10% chance that Incoherent would have done that.
He sees the hammer and he's like, I know what this unlocks. This unlocks the east side of dismount, and that's where I'm going now. So.
Yep, I'm going to head up the mountain. I'm going to go get my Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I mean, it's way much more tempting to do Pod Eastern and combo, even though they're both pendants. I mean, between the two of them, there's like 15 items over there. I've got to count them properly. It's like 6 in Pod, 3 in Eastern.
It's 5 in Pod, right?
Well,
5 in Pod.
5 in Pod.
3 in Eastern. That's 8. You have the 3 at Saha, but you also have the Green Pendant. Right. Now we don't have the bow, so we can't actually beat those dungeons.
Yeah. So I mean, it's.
I just missed what we saw on Sick Kid, but I want to say it was rupees. I thought I heard the little rupee jingle.
Okay. I don't see anything new on the tracker, so
yeah.
I'm hoping our tracker's keeping us honest. Shout outs to our tracker today.
And there's that Moon Pearl for Incoherent, the little head shake. So that's actually one of the really fun things about Speedgaming Live versus like any other randomizer tournament that you see out there on Twitch, right? Like there, you're just seeing the game feeds. You have commentators who are doing commentary from like their own homes as well. You just have like 4 geographically dispersed people that are involved in getting this on the air for you, right? But here, like me and you are sitting right here.
Right.
Zerorush and Incoherent are like 7 feet away, like right in front of us, and you get to see these reactions live, like right in front of you. And it's kind of that whole. Just like it builds the community a little bit more, right?
That's one of the great things about it. I love being here. I love being able to talk about Rando, to play Rando, to do everything Rando related. Oh.
Yep. And back to Rando, we do have Zero Rush going here into Skullwoods, full clearable. We have that fire rod. We actually do see Zero Rush doing a bit of a more, I guess, unconventional route. Usually, he's just like, let me get the health refill.
Yeah, take the refill.
But usually, when you can beat Skullwoods, you'll see runners do the back first, go kill the boss, get those items back there, because if the items are there in the back, you get to skip this entire front.
Yeah.
Or at least, if there's one item here in the front, you then come back here, get that one item, and then immediately leave.
Well, speaking as more of a scrub player, right? I'm noticing that Zero Rush is only on 6 hearts, and so
that's true.
One of my plays would be to go check the items here in the front of Skullwoods in the hopes that maybe
get another heart container,
grab a heart container, or another mail upgrade, or
even a tempered sword, yeah. But we saw there nothing. Small keys, map, compass. We do have the red cane here, so checking this chest here is like literally free.
Take a look here. Incoherent's coming right up behind him, so it looks like we're about even with each other almost.
Yep. And although incoherent, here we got route diversions. And yeah, again, it's that thing where like there's so much going on, but like at the end of the day, like incoherent got over here
Like just like a minute after.
minute and a half behind.
Ooh, and finds the hook shot. That's right.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Zero Rush is going to find that hook shot.
Yeah. I think this is also, similar. Like if I've got to do both Thieves Town and Skullwoods, and I'm on 6 or 7 hearts,
Yep.
I know I can do Thieves Town on 7
Yeah.
hearts, no problem, right? It's the Skullwoods, especially the Mothula fight. The fact that it's just
It can be terrible, yeah.
yeah, it can be like if you're on green mail, contact with the moth is like 2 hearts of damage, right? And
Yep.
then all the spikes are 1 heart regardless of which mail you have, right? So it can be a little bit more intimidating.
All right, so let's see how this fight goes for Zero Rush.
Nice spin to start it off.
Where's the hammer strats? Oh no! Oh, we do have that red potion.
Yeah. He's just trying to.
There's the hammer.
There we go. And of course, he's hitting him into the spikes, which is going to cause the damage to get negated, right? So
Spinning is so dangerous in this fight. There we go.
there it is.
I was so focused on that. I don't think we found anything of note in the front 4 of Thieves Town, and of course with Thieves Town being a pendant incoherent saying I'm out of here. I did see the 10 bomb pack and
I
the
saw
heart
it,
container.
Yeah. So which again plays into my argument here. Yep, another heart container. So now incoherent is a lot more healthier going into this fight.
Yes.
So for Mothula, if that's where incoherent decides to go next.
Yep. It looks like we're not doing that. Incoherent's going to do the kind of the overworld checks here in the dark world, and then come back up to Skullwoods. Don't hate it.
Yeah, I mean you can get there anytime. Flute to 3, just go in there.
There's the bow in the back of Skullwoods.
All
So
right,
that's
well, that could be big.
now
right?
again, there are 2 pendant dungeons that bow opens. Not great. Technically, bow not even required for this seed if you are good at mimic clipping.
Yeah, that's and it's such a niche skill. All right, there's our bug net. Mimic clipping. Again, you have to have both of Pod and Eastern Palace be a pendant. Then it becomes a viable thing in your GT climb, right?
Yep.
So
So incoherent. Yep. As mentioned, kind of doing this dark world overworld loop before committing to anything, which actually isn't a bad play with 2 of those dark world dungeons being pendants. Of course, you can make the argument like, well, you should have done Skullwoods. It's a crystal. But kind of to your point, we were still fairly low percent. So it's a little bit of a safer play, but a completely fine one.
I mean, and it could work out in Coherent's favor if you don't pick up that bow until later. You can be like, well, I've already found all the value I need, right? I can just
this bow is just like icing on the cake.
That's right.
So yeah, heading over here to Hype Cave. Oh no, I guess we're going to go do Bombo's tablet first.
Or we're going to Hype Cave.
Okay, we are going to go do Hype Cave.
Yeah, we just do everything.
And of note, we've been kind of like, we didn't even mention it, like Swamp is available right now.
I mean,
we have the mirror, we have the flippers, we have the hook shot, we have the hammer. Hammer not even required for, well, it is logically required, but it's not required
anymore,
to beat it in this day and age with Specky Clip.
Yeah. Swamp's got 6 items in it, so and
half magic is probably like you poll most runners in this community. What's your favorite safety item? Half magic is just going to be it.
I mean, the only thing better than half magic, quarter magic,
yeah.
which no longer exists in randomizer in most modes. I mean, I think you can customize put it in there, but for competitive modes, we remove the quarter magic from the available pool.
So Zero Rush cleaning up a lot of these checks we've already seen on Incoherent side, so getting a little healthier, getting that hook shot like we mentioned earlier, and is about to just follow in Incoherent's footsteps, go down here, do that South Dark World loop, and converge on Swamp Palace here.
More health.
Yeah, piece of heart there. Zero Rush going to go over here and do Dig Game. We'll see if he actually picks up that bug net or not. I mean, probably it doesn't take a whole lot of time.
I mean, the only thing it does is it clogs up the amount of clicks it takes to quick swap.
Yeah, just leaving it. Says, nope, I don't need that. You have blue mail. You're already at 7 hearts, 8 hearts even.
Yeah.
And at this point, at the caliber of runner that we're seeing here, like 8 hearts blue mail, you're pretty cozy.
It's enough. Yeah.
You can still run into scenarios where like somehow you still end up in a dangerous zone, but unlikely because you're still going to find more hearts.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to open chests, sight unseen. Yeah. You're gonna get healthier. It's it's just a matter of time. I think this was this a heart here at Stumpy as well. So or no, it's just
bombs.
Yeah.
So we are seeing Swamp Palace from Incoherent side. So as mentioned, 6 items here. This is one of those dungeons where you can see some major divergences. It has become very meta to skip left side swamp.
Yeah, and I've always been a runner that likes to go ahead and do left side swamp because the meta is to skip left side swamp. Of course, I did that earlier today, and I found map and compass over there, which I was just hitting myself for that. But,
well, even with a lot of runners that will still do left side swamp, you usually do it after the boss.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly by how much, but some runners actually like basically did the math. And like on average, it is slightly faster to do left side swamp after the dungeon because of like the chance of like finding the big key, like in the back, and then coming back through to pick up that chest on the way and stuff like that. But a lot of runners' willingness to skip or not skip usually depends on how many items are still left in the dungeon.
Right.
But
a tempered sword is
nice.
a very welcome addition to the arsenal here today because that's going to really speed up the Argus fight here.
Yep. I mean, it's going to speed up every fight.
Every
really.
fight, yeah, exactly. But the next one that we're going to see is going to be the Argus fight.
Yep. But yeah, like 1 item left in Swamp after beating the boss. Probably just leaving it.
Yeah.
3 items left, which is the maximum. Probably coming back in. So setting up Diver down here on Incoherent side, I think that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to use a bomb method there. It's hard to tell when you're not when it's a sprite that
we
you're
have Red Cane. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have done the Red Cane strats as well,
but sometimes like if you're more comfortable and familiar with one strat, like sometimes you'll just do a different strat because you're more consistent at it or you just know it very well.
I feel a lot more consistent with Red Cane on that particular glitch, but I know how to do bombs if I need to.
Yep.
Right? I guess the difference being is you have more Red Cane blocks that you can place than bombs that you can carry by default. Right?
And there's also like you just have to get that 1 frame tap, which sometimes can just be really annoying.
Yeah, and of course your block won't self-destruct after 3 seconds, like a bomb will. All right, here's Argus.
The curious thing is to see if we get because usually you get Twitch raids from other channels. I wonder if we're going to get an in real life raid from the race happening next to us.
Yeah, just off the stage here, about 20 foot to our left, we have Speedgaming 3, and they're about to wrap up here. So we'll see what happens here. We'll welcome them in as raiders if that's what happens.
Because it's really fun to do.
Welcome to chat, right? Yeah.
Welcome in raiders from Speedgaming 3. Okay, so we do have the Argus go there on Incoherent side. We did see the compass, and we did see a map earlier. We have the big key. So there are still 3 items here in Swamp Palace.
So what's Incoherent going to do with this information?
Do we come back in? The answer is yes.
Yeah, we're going to go right back in. We're going to see what else we left behind here.
And also, we are actually running out of things that we can do.
You guys can hear the applause. That's the Speedgaming 3 match just finished up. They'll probably interview the runners.
Looks like it was a very close one, though.
Yeah,
looking over there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Welcome in, Raiders from Speedgaming 3.
Yeah.
As one person immediately came over and sat down. Zerorush is actually opting to do left side.
Yeah. So we're basically get to see these both at the same time. He's using an older strat here to laying the bomb there and then doing a diver down, and then the lateral effect of the explosion will occur as soon as he crosses into the next room. So it's an interesting little strat here to get the blue blocks to be up.
So it is also worth noting now that Zerorush will get that big key in the back, and there will still be 1 item here in the front that he could choose to come back in for. We now know is just a red rupee. But it's like, if you're Zerorush, do you come back in just for that 1 item? My guess is going to be no, because I feel like we're going to find something left side swamp here based on what we know is left. But actually maybe not, because we still have all of Pod Eastern, which are both pendants.
And remember, Zero Rush isn't playing with the tracker either, so
That's true.
So the item could just be dead to him. So. All right, Zero Rush is going to get here just a little bit ahead. We got money.
And in the second chest, left side swamp, we have the
Ooh,
ice rod. Okay.
So
If you're Zero Rush, you actually, if you're both of these runners, you get that ice rod, you feel really good about it, but just because of how much of a meta play it is to skip left side swamp.
Yeah, so both of them are right now thinking, okay, I've got something the other player definitely doesn't have, and they both just got it. So.
Incoherent's face at getting that ice rod, like actually like expressionless, just like.
Yeah, you gotta put on a poker face when you're here live, right?
Something is missing. It's the big key. You actually need that Zero Rush.
Yes.
I think on the Incoherent side, this is cleaning up the.
Yeah, this is going. We're going back to Skullwoods here.
So we'll get that bow, which pushes you more towards that pendant Eastern play.
Yeah,
also of note, Ped is available logically. Did Zero Rush mirror and read it earlier?
I don't remember him doing that. So yeah, we'll have to see if that could be a thing. The next big item that's really walling these players off is the mitts.
The mitts. Mitts open so much left in the seed for these runners.
I think other than that, since both runners just picked up the ice rod, right?
Yep.
Then the only other thing they would need is, we don't know if we need the Quake Medallion for either of Turtle Rock or Misery Mire.
So I think we're looking just for the mitts at this point.
Yeah. So we're
beyond the possibility of Quake.
Yeah.
So while you look at the tracker and you're like, wow, these runners haven't done that many dungeons yet. Although I think both have done Hera. The tracker software might be doing some weird things. They've both done that, and they both have Ice Rod, but I think that's the only thing that's being weird. But we do have that Argus kill there on Zero Rush's side, so we are at 4 crystals to 3 currently, but Incoherent's about to get that 4th crystal, and we'll have a much smoother moth fight with that Tempered Sword. But also, we do see Incoherent here, unless I just lost 2 minutes of my life and just not paying attention. I think Incoherent is doing that back to front play that we talked about earlier, and has skipped the front of Skull Woods.
He did skip the front of Skull Woods. I noticed that, but then he also did check the mid chest while he was there.
You usually check that one along the way, that's kind of part of that.
Cane,
because it is one extra check, and you're trying to get. What you're doing when you're doing this route is trying to get the 2 items.
As quickly as possible.
We are actually coming back in for that last check on Zero Rush's side.
He's not going to feel great about the 20 rupees, but he's going to have some level of comfort knowing okay, I cleared everything. So yeah, again,
Moth is being a jerk today to both of these runners, but getting that Moth
I'm
kill
gonna
here.
Stand right next to these spikes, so that way none of your hits will ever count.
So we do have that. 4th crystal now for Incoherent. Zero Rush heading to do that Pod Eastern play, because it's about all you really have left at this point.
Yeah, so you're going this way. Let's see how he routes it. So if you come in here, probably one of the things that we'll see Zero Rush do is try and mirror right in front of Saha's closet. Right?
Yep.
Pick up those 3 real quick, and then you just kind of come back. You pick up Kiki.
If the mitts are there, you leave. You're done.
Right. Exactly.
Here's going to be that bow for Incoherent. Now, I think...
Yeah, there was a little bit of a head shake there and be like, all right, whatever. All right, Incoherent's going to do the ped check. We have money, and we have
a bottle.
Okay, so that's the bottle that, Maxi. Oh,
that is Quake.
That is Quake. Okay, now. So now we need to know what those 2 dungeons are. If either one of those is Quake...
We have an all dungeon seed.
We have an all dungeon seed.
So, and again, I feel like Zero Rush had to have done that, and we just missed it because
we would have noted. Someone would have told us that was Quake. I think Zero Rush skipped that. So I think Zero Rush is operating without any knowledge that the Quake is on the pedestal.
Okay. I do know Zero Rush mirrored and then went back down to the portal. Because I remember being like, oh, that's a pretty heads-up play. But we're seeing a check here from Incoherent, so I think the second item of this dungeon is in the big chest. Because that big key was on Mothula. Just 20 bucks.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you know, mitts is what we're looking for. You know, we're probably going to find it, you know, between one of these two dungeons we're seeing there. Of course, you know, after we find 6 small keys. Oh, Zero Rush is
Zero Rush going for the hover.
Almost. He's in the rail.
Very
there
nice.
It is. A very nice hover by Zero Rush.
And there's the big key to the dungeon.
Yeah.
I guess the real test on whether or not we like... Actually, even if you... I think if you find the mitts here, even if you know Quake is on the ped, do you leave immediately to go check those dungeons and what it's required to open them? Or do you finish the dungeon you're in?
Well, because it's a pendant, I think what I'm doing. Oh, well,
silvers. Very nice. And there's the shovel for Zero Rush.
But I mean, if you find the mitts here in one of the pendant dungeons, my play is I'm going to leave and I'm going to just start doing the crystal dungeons that are available to me. I'm going to go.
You're going to go to Meyer.
Right.
Check what medallion you need,
right.
And if you can do it, you're going to do it.
Yeah. And of course, you know, then you go and do the same thing with ice. You just do ice and go mode. You know where Quake is if you need it, right? And then you get up to the mountain. And you just hope it's not Quake.
Oh, we're not doing it.
Okay.
I was like
thinking about Hammer Yump, but I think the bridge had already started collapsing. The amount of time you would need to set that up.
Okay, we got the Cane of Burna, not a very important item. It technically puts Spike Cave in logic.
Yeah, I mean, just a few more hearts, and you can just tank the damage.
Right.
So we weren't that far away from it.
Incoherent is going to go get his first bottle as well.
Okay, yeah. So, and it'll be nice to find some red goo in there.
Harmless Hellway with the mushroom. So
this is Fetch Quest dungeon, right?
The Fetch Quest dungeon, Palace of Darkness. Now, there are some people that subscribe to like always do pendant pod because it always has something.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of something that you want to see.
Yeah, I know. What was there? Like there's a league team. It's always sunny in pendant pod. Right?
There's that red goo for Incoherent mirroring. I think you just flute the cack and immediately check Sickit to see what you get off of that.
Yeah, that looks exactly like where we're going.
Not a whole lot in pod here for Zero Rush, and he's leaving.
Yep. I can't remember if that was 6 items. It's hard to tell, right? You know, because there's so many keys, so many items, so many things to keep track of. I don't know if that was 6 or if that was 5.
Well, it can't be 6 because there's only 5 in pod.
All right. See, this is why I need my own tracker in front of me, right? You know, just be like, oh, okay, all right, 4 or 5. Okay.
Right. It very well could have been 4. And Zero Rush just saying, you know, going all the way to Helma for 1 extra check is just kind of like slow, especially because you're mirroring to Eastern here where you're going to get a couple checks faster. And if you still don't have your mitts, you just go back through your portal and clear pod.
Or do you go and turn in those 2 fetch quests that we were given?
Yeah, we do have those fetch quests that we need.
Yeah,
to do.
and then you've got the mushroom, but you don't have the powder. So do you take the time to go and do the fake powder glitch?
Right.
Lots of decisions you got to make here on the fly. That's what makes this game so
yeah,
interesting and so terrifying.
A little chuckle from Incoherent getting that second bottle, being like, "Well, that's been there this whole time."
Strats here, NMG strats here in Eastern Palace with Zero Rush.
Although not quite, because you normally don't have the boots.
the Express version.
The Express. 20 bucks.
I like setting up the speed there.
Just checking to see, like, did I already find all 3 items? No. Okay, let's go do.
See, and that's why you should play with the tracker, right? Because it tells you it's like, all right, I've already gotten 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, whatever. All right, Incoherent now doing the pod play as well, so let's see what his reaction is to all the fetch quests. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to start counting items too.
So for the people viewing from home, so the structure of this tournament, which started yesterday, groups of 5 or 6 where each runner races each other runner once. The top 2 from each of the 8 groups are going on to a 16-person single elimination best of 1 bracket that starts tomorrow. So you get to play your opponent once, and if you win, you move on. If you lose, you are out of the tournament. So for all the runners that make it to the brackets, can't go that way, zerorush. For all the runners that make it to the brackets, 4 wins separate you from entering the brackets and winning the tournament.
Yep, and congratulations to you, Jumbo. You have punched your ticket to your group, having defeated me and 3 other runners in group stage.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. And the nice thing was it was all done yesterday, so today I just had free to not play rando and just provide commentary for other races, which has been a nice welcome change of pace.
Yeah, this is one of the fun things about doing this, right?
Yeah.
So.
zerorush is coming back here for that second item that
he's checking
left
the
behind.
chest, yeah.
Going to get that red rupee.
Now, does he stick around long enough to see if he is to check the pet?
No, not from here. You're just going over and doing those extra mirror checks that Incoherent had already done. The Graveyard Ledge, the King's Tomb, while Incoherent here cleans up. Now, Incoherent has that knowledge of Quake on Ped, so you're a little more incentivized to stay in these dungeons and finish them.
Yeah, what I would have done is I would have tried to figure out if it was required and then come into the pod, because it's at least Meyer is a quick one. I would even be tempted to go up and
we're forgetting that these runners also still have items in the back of Thieves Town.
That's right.
The mitts could just be there.
And that's right. They can't even see what the requirement is in Turtle Rock because you can't get to that side of Turtle Rock.
You also can't get the Meyer to see the requirement because both require the mitts.
Yeah. So here I am thinking like, because we're an hour into the seed, we don't have the mitts yet, and here I am just thinking they must have the mitts already. It's an hour into the seed.
Yeah. You occasionally get that seed where like mitts are like effectively your go mode.
Yeah.
It's not common, and it never feels good, especially when like you said, you're almost an hour into the seed and you don't have your mitts. New client connected, by the way.
All right. All right.
So where are we heading to on Zero? I guess we're going back into Thieves Town.
Yeah, I mean we gotta see what's in the back there, and Incoherent also opted not to defeat Helmosaur, so.
So we're banking on that Quake not being required. That to me, screams like. Never mind. I don't know what that screams. It screams something.
I mean, the runners are internally screaming right now.
Yes.
So they're like, "Where are the mitts?"
And do I need that Quake? So back of Thieves Town here for zerorush, and I feel like Incoherent won't be too far behind. As we clean out Eastern Palace here, and again, find nothing. It is the green pendant, so a little surprising that zerorush didn't go kill Armos. I believe found 3 items and just said, I'm done here.
Yeah, the green pendant, is what makes this a little bit more, because it's going to be such a long trek back through this dungeon in order to get to Yarmos Knights. So let's see if Incoherent decides to go ahead and do the Yarmos Knights. I probably would in this situation.
There's our 3rd item out of this dungeon there in the attic, just a red rupee. So we have one more shot at
Are we gonna
mitts.
get the vanilla mitts?
Ooh, maybe. This is where you get the mitts in the vanilla game. So I guess what other options for the mitts at this point are green pendant turn-in, and again I wasn't counting. So if there's an item on the boss, which I feel like there's not an item on helmet at this point, because otherwise like incoherent, with that knowledge of Quake should be doing that boss like 8,000% of the time if it has an item.
Small key there.
Which means big chest.
All right, moment of truth. Are we gonna get our
There's an item on Armos.
Okay, so it's on blind.
at Gamachu. Yes, because I think Map and Compass both already picked up here in Eastern, so like zerorush is playing like very aggressively here in this search for the mitts.
All right, well now we've got our blind fight, the completely scripted.
Got that blind pun.
Yeah, that's right. Drumming up the audiences here. Shout-outs to our audience.
Shout-outs to the audience behind us. Chat's winning. And there's the mitts for Zero Rush.
Wow.
So now the key question is, does Meyer or Turtle Rock require Quake?
Yeah. So that's the question on everyone's mind. So I want Zero Rush to immediately mirror out of here, flute to 6, and put us out for our curiosity misery here.
And even if you flute to 6 and see it's not Quake, we still have Turtle Rock.
That's right. We do have the ice rod. Yeah, we are having. I'm hearing some chatter behind us. We're having some issues with the tracker today. It looks like the software is not updating right now, so we're a little bit behind on our items.
Yep. And it is Quake.
It is Quake. So incoherent has. So this is an ADC. Agger required.
All dungeons.
Pedestal required. Buckle in, folks. We're here for another 30 minutes.
Yep. Incoherent is back in pod to defeat Helma, so I think this is a hedging play.
Yep, and he's going to be really happy to see that the Quake is required once he finally. He's gonna have this momentary panic when he sees the mitts on blind, but then when he sees the Quake over there, he's going to be like, oh, okay, this was all worth it. Oh, looks like our tracker's software is back up and operational, so it looks like.
Yep, we got mitts, we got ice rod, we're good. We are golden. And here's that Ice Palace play for Zero Rush. Like, let's go find our Quake here.
Yep, that's that's the difference here, right? So he's going to be full clearing this. Incoherent's going to have the opportunity to go mode this, and so Incoherent's going to make up some time. It appears Zero Rush is mildly leading at this point, but Incoherent,
I think that knowledge alone, because Zero Rush has to go back, finish pod, go back, finish Eastern. Incoherent's going to kill Helma here. Not find the mitts. Go do Thieves Town, get the mitts, and at the same time has that knowledge. Like, Incoherent is effectively in go mode upon getting those mitts.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to go mode Ice Palace, go mode Meyer, go mode Turtle Rock, which is almost full clear. It's just beat Turtle Rock.
Yeah. it's very similar to full clear Turtle Rock with some minor flavor differences. But
yeah, and there's that Helmasaur victory for Incoherent, getting that second pendant.
Nice icebreaker there from Zero Rush.
And there's that last sword.
Last shield.
Last shield.
Yes. All right, Incoherent going to do that pendant turn in. They're probably going to be disappointed by it not being
nothing. And it's the craziest thing here, because this is one of those rare scenarios where, like, if you're Incoherent, you feel so far behind now.
You're just going to be like this, like I am sunk, right? And then.
But like we know that that's not really the case. But what is this play here?
Yeah, what are we cleaning up here?
Man under the bridge? Did we
Yeah,
not do this earlier?
I thought we did. He's just confirming the
confirming Highly Island. Yes, both runners have done Hera. Okay, so Incoherent is going to go do these fetch quests.
That's right. Yeah, we had fetch quests on the docket here. So I mean, he's going to do everything except blind, and then have to go back and do blind. Meanwhile, you imagine that Zero Rush is going to start going through and doing all these fetch quests for looking for Quake, right? Oh, what did Incoherent miss on the map? He did the Hera basement.
Hera basement.
Oh, is it the? No, not that.
Did Ether?
Oh, Spike Cave. This is Spike Cave because we got the
oh
blue cane.
Wow. This, oof. And despite this, I still think Incoherent is at least a slight lead. Like, just having to go back in and clean up those pendants just to get your Quake.
Like, there are only so many places that Nits can be at this point. But meanwhile, there are so many places that Quake can be in Zero Rush's mind right now.
Yep. Although not that many.
I mean, it's rapidly diminishing, right? But,
yeah.
But what if Zero Rush goes up the mountain and finds a Bombos turtle, right?
Yep. You're going in.
Yeah, you're going in and you're full clearing that thing.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. Like, oh yeah, he does have Dark Death Mountain now. Yeah, Incoherent's going to get like nothing here, and then just be like, oh, I guess I got to go back to Thieves Town. Oh, powder.
Wow, how vanilla. Is this even randomized? He's probably going to go and do the magic bat next. It's like
probably?
Anything,
absolutely.
Yeah, anything
but what I need to go do, right? Like,
and that's just, that's just rando, right? You're playing the game, and it's like the items have the audacity to be only in the places that I don't check, right?
Okay, so what are we going to get here? Like, there's pretty much nothing. Like, we might find the fourth sword somewhere, but it's probably just in GT or, like, in Turtle Rock or something like that. Like, oh there never mind, there it is.
Fourth sword, yeah. So, it's like, all right, I'll take it, but it's not my mitts.
And I think,
right,
like, I always say this, and I end up being wrong, but I think all Incoherent has.
I see the hammer.
Yeah, I think the only thing left for Incoherent is back at Thieves Town.
Yeah.
I think, like, has literally exhausted everything else in the game available.
Yeah. So then the only question here is, does he go and pull the ped and get the Quake off the ped before figuring out that Meyer has
needed.
the Quake or not? You know, so it's just, when is that joy and elation going to come across his face when he realizes that he's made the whole right play the whole time? So here's Zero Rush and Hookshot Cave.
But yes. Okay, so here in Hookshot Cave, we have a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing left. We've seen everything between both of the runners. I got Cape. Cape is the only meaningful item that's left. Right?
Do we now? Here's the moment of truth. Is it double Quake?
No,
it is not. It is Bombos.
Yeah, Bombos. So he's going in. Which means, so again, there's not a huge difference between full clearing and just go moding Turtle Rock. The only real difference here is just going to be mirroring back from Mimic Cave, and just exhausting everything on Laser Bridge, right? You might have an opportunity to skip a key, and of course it also requires the keys and layout to be just right.
So I know you mentioned this. I don't know if you explicitly asked the question. So if I'm repeating something you said, I apologize.
Well, it's going to be a long seed. So,
right. Does Incoherent just like go grab the ped without even going to check any of the other stuff?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's going to be it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do, because either he goes and sees it and like, well, I know where that is, so I'll just go and grab it, or I'm just going to go grab it and then hope I need it. You imagine those zero rush, those are frustration slashes, I think, at this point. You're like, where is my Quake?
Yeah, definitely, like, I would say, like, 80% frustration slashes and, like, 20%, like, boredom slashes. Like, I'm just sitting on this little thing and I can't do anything. I'm just going to hit buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's another thing about being live, right? Usually when you're at home, like, it's the slashes are usually used as a frustration mechanic, so it's kind of, like, known around the community. Oh, there's our sync heart. It's kind of known around the community that if you don't like an item's location and you take a couple extra seconds to slash your sword at the empty chest that held that really trolly item, that means frustration.
That, or like placing a couple bombs on the chest or something like that.
Well, the bomb, that you put the bomb on the validation chest,
sure,
or I guess the post mole arm chest. Sorry for bringing back the old meme.
We're getting that like laugh from Incoherent, just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, okay, I have to get my last pendant just to get my mitts. Like
he's just. It'll be interesting to see what his face looks like as soon as he picks it up and just. Or, I mean, he's probably already resigned to it, right? This has got to be the exact last thing on his tracker. All right, let's drum up the audience. Ooh. Trying to be just quiet enough to not get through the noise-canceling headphones our runners are wearing.
Right. Because it's definitely been confirmed in the past that, like, they are noise-canceling and they are pumping in white noise so that these runners can't hear us. But you make the right, like, level of exclamation and you can still kind of hear something. Like, they can definitely not hear what we're saying, but if somebody, like, screams something, like, they're going to hear it.
I'm sure they heard the other race finishing, all the
absolutely,
applause, right?
Yes.
That'll make it through. But just us, jabbering here, we don't want to spoil the fun for our runners.
Zerorush skipping the big chest.
All right, that's
and Mimic Cave.
That's a play.
This is a desperation play at this point. And here's Incoherent. Like, I'm not even going to go check what medallion I need.
It's like either in his mind, it's like either he dones as I pick up this medallion, or I have picked up the the key to the seed, and I'm in it with a shot.
Nope. We
taking the long way around here on Zero Rush's side. All right, now we're on the scenic route.
Oh, he realized he didn't do the big chest. It's like, okay, I need to go back.
And he's walking back because he didn't establish a mirror spot that wouldn't take him all the way back. All right, Incoherent, we're going to see the relief on his face here in about 5 seconds here, as soon as he steps on and sees what the medallion here is. Get ready for it.
And obviously at this point, like, you don't even go do other things. You're going straight to that because...
Yeah, you're just, you're hoping, he's putting in there, he's willing it into existence, and he sees it, he laughs, he is so happy now.
But at the same time, are you happy?
Yeah, I mean...
Actually, other than, like literally hard last locating those mitts, it's like, like, if
he knows he's got a shot.
Yeah, if my opponent hasn't read PED, like, which is exactly what happened here, like, like, I'm in this, even with that last location.
So just play your best, and see how quickly you can get to the end here. Because until you see your opponent's hand go up and say, "All right, I finished the seed," you're in it.
You're in it. And we have seen a number of races this tournament decided by less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was just over there on Speedgaming 3, we could see from where we're sitting here, the last racer that was runner-up was on Phase 2 Ganon, right?
Yep.
So it was very, very close.
Small key on the bridge there, so no Godmire for hovering.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get the non-hover Godmire or not, which would be a big key here in the the spike chest.
Pull out the blue cane. Nope.
And it is just a heart container, so we do have to go see more Meyer here.
Maybe we can get the third best Meyer and get the lobby chest over here. I mean, it's always one of those things where it's like you start looking at all the chests, and then it's always the one that you save for the end. You know, that's just
always 300, or was that was just 100?
Just 100. Yeah. I mean, at this point, money doesn't matter.
No.
But he's got the mirror shield, so he's just able to just stand in front of the lasers and be like, "You can't hurt me."
And zerorush is just like,
drat. It's essentially a second ice rod to him, you know, because
right.
it could really be anywhere. A little mini Helmosaur got in the way of his swag cane strats there.
and we get both items out of Meyer anyway.
I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Oh, we're going back right side to do whatever chest that is.
Yeah, the map chest or compass chest, whatever it is over here. That's. I mean, you know.
You really don't want to do that cutscene.
Again, this goes back to, you know, whichever chest you don't check is going to be the last one. So you check this one.
Okay, so there's the big. Okay.
See, if I were doing it, that would be my last chest, right? All right. So
but we've spent all the small keys, so we have to go like the long way around. Which just like inflicts mental damage on the runner, right? Like.
All right. What does zerorush do now? I mean, he's getting down to last locations.
Well,
right? So.
Again, still don't even remember if there was an item on Helma or not. The question is, like, do you just start going and doing your pendants and just, like, blind pull the ped? Or do you, like, go read the ped? Like, at this point, like, I think you just, like, commit to, like, blind pulling it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you go to Eastern, you get your green pendant, you go turn that in.
I mean, right now we're doing Spike Cave, right?
I mean, it makes sense. It's right here.
Yeah, exactly. Incoherent is just slowly trudging through in go mode here. We're gonna do this. I mean, we've got silvers and we got butter, so Vitreous is not going to be a problem here.
And like, we still have to go do Ice Palace on the Incoherent side. We still got to go do Turtle Rock. Like, we still have a good like 15 minutes of rando ahead of us.
I mean, it's a race, right? So we'll see.
Zerorush. Oh, there's a ledge there.
Today we learned, right?
I was like, what are you going to mirror bonk, dude? Okay, we are going to
just jump down. Yeah, well, I mean, why are we diving here? What is zerorush may have a couple things to clean up, maybe bumper ledge or.
No, we checked bumper ledge, I think, while looking for.
Are we doing Smith sequence?
Oh no! Like, we still have the Smith chain.
Yeah, that's where zerorush is.
This is like maximum like pain.
Maximum clearage. We're getting all 216 checks today.
This is like one of those things where like you finish this race and you like go down to the lobby bar and you're just like, give me a shot of something, except zerorush doesn't drink. So it does not do that.
Give me a Diet Coke.
Give me a Diet Coke on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Ice Palace here for Incoherent.
Yep, again, we're just going to be go-moding this.
So this is actually one of the rare instances where you actually have to go hit the switch when you go to do your your icebreaker.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just better if you do, right? So if you don't hit the switch, then
you have to find the big key.
You have to find the big key and have an extra small key left over. So So.
But if you're full clearing ice, you just go over here and do icebreaker because you just
you're full clearing, you're going to pick up the big key along the way. Anyway.
Unless you don't have the red cane.
Yes.
Well, if you don't have the red cane, you can't icebreaker.
Yeah.
I am very smart.
It's okay. I mean, we've been randoing for an hour and 20 minutes.
We've been randoing for an hour and 20 minutes. We've been watching lots of rando today. We've been playing lots of rando the last 2 days.
Yeah,
like,
I think we're gonna have to take a little bit of a rando detox after this. But then main tournament is it's going on, right? So it's all there. All right, incoherent. Yep, definitely in go mode. I don't even care what's in those chests. All right, just be sure to pick up this block here so you can get an extra key.
Yep.
And then
many times I've done the walk of shame back up those stairs to grab that key.
That chest is only for hookshotting, not for opening.
Yep. And like sometimes you could be in go mode and like still opening some of these chests. Like, let me find silvers. Let me find tempered sword. But like we are on gold sword. We are on silvers.
We've got everything.
We have 12 hearts blue mail. We have a red potion in a bottle. So even if like 12 hearts blue mail is like slightly out of your comfort zone, like you have that red potion. You have the powder. You have the bug net, so you can get a fairy if you really need to.
Well, Incoherent has the bug net.
Look,
right?
yes.
Zerorush very famously saying, "No, thank you."
Very famously.
Shaking his head.
Just did.
He just did the fake powder to get the real powder. Yeah. All right, Incoherent about to shred Cold Steel.
Oh, missed the
just a tiny bit off the timing there, and so the puffs just got away. But I mean, it's going to take just a few sword slashes and a few fire rod shots.
Yep.
Cleans it up nicely. Here's Zerorush taking the walk of shame back to pod. I think he's come to the conclusion that he's got to go and pull the ped. All right, so...
Well, I still think there is still the green pendant turn-in.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying close enough attention on Incoherent side when he killed Armos, but I'm pretty sure there was an item on Armos as well. Because either map or compass was early, and the other one was in the big key chest.
I mean, you're coming all the way back here. You might as well just go ahead and finish both.
Yes. Incoherent on his way up to Turtle Rock here. All right, so. Oh, I was like, Zerorush, you have the red cane, but you don't have the magic.
That's right.
And you don't have a potion to replenish that magic.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just a couple seconds difference between the two. So, I mean, the thing that really hurts here is you're missing half of a heart, which means you don't have sword beams to make this next room a little bit easier. So that's the NMG strat. Is to Incoherent getting dead rocked.
You could go far enough off screen to despawn it and bring it back.
Oh, come on, dead rocks.
Okay, now he's like, okay, fine.
Like, if the dead rocks do that to you 2 or 3 times in a row, I'm usually of the mind, all right, I'm powdering you just to get you out of the way.
All right, so Zerorush here in Dark Turtle Room, about to go fight Helma here, in just a moment.
Both runners being like, why is my opponent not finished yet? Why is my opponent not finished yet?
I do think at this point, Zerorush is probably just like, I think I've lost. Because you went into 2 pendants and left the bosses in both.
Yeah.
Even if your opponent didn't read the ped, you're like, my opponent probably did those bosses to hedge. But maybe not.
See, this would have been my seed.
Yeah.
I would have done really well because I like to finish things out, right? And so I would have finished these out. I would have been sad the entire time, and then I would have read ped, and then it would have been like, oh, I have a chance.
Yep.
Oh baby, here we go. All right, because again, Zerorush is going to have to do the entire front of Eastern Palace again. So.
Yep. Not a particularly long or slow dungeon, but it is still time lost.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta go through these rooms. You gotta go through like the the skeleton rooms. There's zero rush.
Zero Rush, you've already done this dungeon.
I mean, he's letting muscle memory take over, right? It's like he's pretending like it's the first time he's in here. No, I didn't double dip Eastern. It's for the very first time.
Although I will say, like, for the most part, props for, like, one, not, like, forgetting any checks, and for the most part, not going back and double-checking checks that he's already done, considering, again, Zero Rush is playing this tournament trackerless.
And I can attest that trackers are very, very helpful.
They are incredibly helpful in playing this game, and just keeping, even if you don't need it for logic purposes, just keeping you sane in terms of like what did I do and what haven't I done?
Yeah, I was just playing some trackerless cross keys downstairs.
Miserable.
Like I don't know why I subjected myself to that particular brand of torment, but I was very happy to forfeit as soon as the first person crossed the finish line down there.
So Incoherent going to go get this small key, and I think steal it. I think we already have the big key.
Yeah, we definitely have to already have.
It can be there.
It can be there, but we saw it on Zero Rush's side, and it wasn't there. So
yeah, I think it was just I think it was a small key in lava chest.
Yeah, so we're just stealing that small key. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully to get another key, small key, a little later on. So we'll see if Incoherent goes outside to try and grab a small key in the big chest.
I never actually did the math or like looked at it, but I've always heard it's like a 3% chance to get burned by like not going and doing the big chest. 4%.
Those odds just keep rising. Rando inflation.
All right, so
3.97.
Zero Rush going to go turn in this green pendant and be like, wow, it's really the ped, huh?
Yep. Incoherent just picked up an extra key there, so he'll be able to just open the door and go straight to Trinex, which with Butter's Sword is going to be the Michael Bay boss, where it's 85% explosions.
Yeah, you actually don't even have to touch Laser Bridge in this scene.
That's right.
Wait, Zero Rush. What are you doing?
He's gonna do Pyramid Fairy. Right? Was Meyer the other? Meyer wasn't the other red, was
No, it was Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's right. You said at the beginning, Turtle Rock's not gonna be much of a factor in here. Well, now it's taking Zero Rush a little bit further away.
Does remember that we've done Aga, so we can go do the Aga portal.
A little nice little shortcut here, but 3 slashes on the red head, 3 slashes on the blue head,
and 3 slashes on
the big guy. After a bunch of explosions.
With that kill on Trinex and about to get that 7th crystal, we are off to Ganon's Tower on Incoherent side.
So audience,
there's that red mail.
Audience, remember, don't say any numbers, don't hold up any fingers or anything, don't give away the secret. But if we wanted to speculate which chest that big key is going to be in, which chest do you think it's going to be in? Jemro, what do you think?
I usually don't partake in such tomfoolery. But you know what? And when I do, I usually say 22 just because I like being trolly. But you know what? Let's just say like 14.
Okay. This seed has been so cruel to these runners. I think they deserve a Hope Room big key. So I'm going to say 2. We're going to have a small key in the first chest of Hope Room, and then the big key is going to be number 2. That's what I'm. That's the energy I want.
I don't know if Incoherent does Hope Room, Hope Right, or Dark Magician. Here's going to be that Quake medallion for Zero Rush.
All right,
I think he knows that it's here. I think he knows it's here. Yeah. It's like, yep, okay, that's beautiful.
That's about right.
Okay, so we do have a Dark Magician route here from Incoherent, unless we're doing like Rando Rush or something.
Yeah, well, check 1 is going to be the map, so that's not what we want. That's all we want to see. So then we'll get to checks 2, 3, 4, and 5 here in Dark Magician's room.
Small key. We have some arrows.
For 4.
Another small key. And another small key.
So all five chests, 4 small keys.
Oh, one came from the pot.
Okay, yeah.
10 arrows. And 3 bombs.
So not 6 or 7 today. So we're going to get 8, 9, 10, 11 here. And then get to the... oh, incoherence just being like, you know, this seed has done so much damage to me emotionally. I'm not going to allow it to...
We could get that rare 22 where it's not even tile room at number 22.
22 for a different reason.
Yo, if the big key is here, Incoherent's gonna feel like he has the biggest like galaxy brain in like the world.
I mean, it's a strat that can work, right? You know, I've done that exactly once. Or I've had it pay off exactly once, and it was against Obscure Life Form. So and that was insane.
So we had 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're coming up on 9, 10, 11, 12 here.
Yeah, because I wasn't anticipating a tile room being it. All right, chest 9.
Just a heart container.
10.
For 10, we got some bombs. 11, 20 rupees. 12, 5 rupees. And Incoherent, recognizing I don't have to go get that pot key.
Yeah, you've picked up so many small keys so far. You just, all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Zero Rush. What are you doing? Zero Rush is like, you know what? I'm gonna go do these 2 checks first.
Which, I mean, he will get rewarded because it is, you know, the big key does happen to be over here.
So here comes 13 on Incoherent side. Just another heart container.
Right,
Lots of health here in GT.
We're about to get to your selection here at number 14.
And Zero's going to be like, I don't have the small key.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at least he realized it sooner than Incoherent did.
Yeah.
All right, number 14
is the
There's
cape.
the cape that we were missing from our tracker.
All right, so we got 15 through 18 here in Rando Room, called such because it's useless in the vanilla game.
What is it? I think it's just 2 packs of 10 arrows and 2 packs of 3 bombs.
Yep.
Right?
That sounds about right. 15 nothing, 16 nothing, 17 nothing, 18 nothing.
Whole lot of
22
nothing.
is alive and well.
Oh man.
Incoherent, please open the chest in the correct order to make it happen.
I mean, if it's in Bob's chest, then we'll have to give him a pass. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Bob's chest here going to be number 19.
Probably just going to powder this anti-fair, even though we don't need the health. It's a small key.
Small key. All right, well, 6 silver arrows for 6 Armos Knights here in the refight. Meanwhile, Zero Rush using the silver arrows to great effect over on Vitreous' side. All right, here comes 20 bombs. 21.
Yes!
Oh, 22.
22.
22. And he smiles because he knows that he just made a bunch of people's dreams in chat come true.
So we are on the climb now on Incoherent side. Meanwhile, Zero Rush getting that 7th crystal and is going to be hitting up the GT himself. So all things said and done, not as significantly far behind as I felt like it was going to be the case.
I I mean, you know,
But in an all dungeon seed, like outside of like huge routing errors or like bad deaths and other things, like even the worst like routes that just like you made gambles and they didn't pay off, like aren't going to set you, like you're not going to see very frequently where like a situation where incoherent finishes this like before Zero Rush is in go mode or something like that, right? Like you're like an all dungeon seed, like of this caliber, like is going to take time.
And then you know that's the major difference here. So Incoherent was the first to know that it was an all dungeon seed. Zero Rush didn't know that until very late in the seed.
No, Incoherent did not know that. Oh wait.
Well, yeah.
Well, because didn't know that Quake was required.
Okay. You're right. So it's just we're
actually pulled the ped for that Quake before even knowing if it was required or not. Which, you know what? Kudos. You know, I love it.
Yeah, you know, it's just rando being rando, right?
Rando being rando. Pretty good gauntlet there on Incoherent's side. One of those rooms was bullying him a little bit, but
I mean that's just, you know, that's just the gauntlet. The gauntlet is some of the toughest challenges you have to do fast, right?
Yep. Lambo 2 being a little rude.
Yeah. Oh, nice short hop by Lambo. You want to be done? I'm not going to let you. Remembering the heart under that top left?
Yeah.
I remember the hearts under the top left because I get it pretty much every time.
So Zero Rush is here doing Hope Room first, finding nothing. So we'll actually get to that big key slightly faster than Incoherent. Actually, quite a bit faster than Incoherent did, because Incoherent did the tile room play. And like, you're both of these runners, and you're like, this is casual boots, and I'm at an hour 36, and it's like, why has my opponent not raised his hand yet?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? All right, through torches on Incoherent side, we have 2 small keys, so we're not even going to bother with the mini helmets here.
See ya. All right, does Incoherent open the post-Moldorm chest?
No.
Does Incoherent do anything rude to the post-Moldorm chest? Does he leave a bomb? Or,
I don't think so. Like,
yeah, I mean,
at this point, like, you're like,
you know, you've got a chance.
You're playing for the win, and it's like, there are runners who will like do meme type things like that. So like, I guess I can't say no. I don't know Incoherent well enough to know. Yeah,
right,
so nothing yet.
Just gonna leave it. You know. All right. I just want to be done with the seed. You know, the seed has won tonight.
Also, like, can we just take a moment to like appreciate the fact that we got a seed this terrible in a race that has 0 impact whatsoever in the group?
I mean, as it should be, right?
Like, this isn't a race to determine.
That was a nice triple.
That was a very nice triple. Could have had the double triple.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Instead, we're going for the 3-2-1. The triple didn't count.
Yeah, with 2 of the energy balls hit at the same time, they cancel each other out. All right.
And it's not even like at the exact same time, right? Like, there's a small amount of overlap that it doesn't count. It's weird.
The game just cheats.
I've had times where I'm like, I was sure that was a triple, and other times where it's like, that was a triple? Like, that counted?
It's
Are
random.
You serious?
It's a frame roll, right?
Zero Rush is just like having some serious mental damage over here. Just like, what am I like? How do I do GT again?
It's
like
just contemplating life at this. Oh no, he picked up the. And so now it's like, all right, how do I bomb jump this?
Yo, hover it. Like, really make Incoherent be like, what is happening? What is he hovering at the 1 hour 38 minute mark, right? We do have a Ganon fight here on Incoherent side. Let's not like ignore that for a second. Phase 1, 6 slashes. Phase 2, 6 slashes. One slash each in phase 3 for each of the floor crumbles. And then it's going to be 4 silver arrows, and Ganon will be down.
Although again, it's doing a lot of teleports. You know,
A lot of teleports.
Oh gosh.
Each time he teleports, he has a 50% chance of either appearing so that you can hit him, or teleporting again. So zerorush getting that big key. So we'll be on the climb as Incoherent finishes. So oh no, silver's my one true weakness. There's 1 silver arrow. We're going to go in here, get the torch glitch.
Yep.
Not really necessary for a silver arrow Ganon fight. There's 3, 4, and there it is.
Right,
Twitch chat, get your GGs in chat and live audience here. We will applaud for Incoherent, the likely winner of this race, as long as like something crazy doesn't happen in the next 5 seconds.
Just get over that bridge.
You just got to get over that bridge.
And
there it is.
The marathon is over. 1 hour, 40 minutes.
And zerorush immediately like, thank God.
All right.
We'll get the 2 runners down here for an interview.
Come on, say it on mic.
Say it on mic, gentlemen.
Say it on the microphone. Gentlemen, come down. Say it on mic.
Talk to Twitch.
Talk to the people, yes.
So we do have Incoherent and zerorush joining us down here in the front row.
GG's, gentlemen.
GG's. The mental damage must be very high right now.
I love Rando. Yeah, I mean, you know, always check your peds. The worst part is when I'm pretty sure, based on the timing, when I was going to pod in Eastern, everyone already knew the Quake was on pedestal, and I left both bosses.
Yes.
So
I mean, I don't think we knew quite when you at that point, but I think shortly after, I think Incoherent checked the pad.
Yeah,
I think we knew
Swamp first before Skull.
Oh, yeah.
So that was part of it. Like, I had the ice rod in hand. I'm like, is there a world where you skip a 3-item Skull Swamp Palace in any circumstance? I don't think so. Like, what are my outs here?
Yeah, I just didn't do the bosses. Well, also I didn't check ped, and so I think the only thing I had left in the game at that point was Hera Basement and the Ice Palace chest that I forgot how to get to.
Well, if it's any consolation, we didn't realize you missed one. So
Yeah.
I mean, I even did Tower because I'm like, I'm sure I'm behind right now.
I
For
mean,
the people,
Yeah,
of course.
we loved the fact that, like, for those that did the GT guessing game, like, you gave them 22,
that's
but
the
just
thing.
not
I
in the
can-
way they expected.
I'm up there. I can see motion over here, and I'm like, wait, they reacted to that. I knew why they were reacting too. Like, thanks, Twitch. You're welcome, Twitch chat.
We were, I know we were talking a little bit before this race, and I may have misremembered, but I was saying right towards the end, I was like, it's beautiful having a seed this terrible for a race that doesn't matter.
yeah.
That has no bearing on the standings. It's a purely for fun, for the people race.
Yes.
Everyone loves the ped seed except the people playing it. So
I have had, out of my 5 seeds, 3 lumberjack items.
yeah,
Oh,
I've had a
Excellent.
One of which was a medallion that wasn't required, but Aga was anyway. The other 2 were required.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with Ninjembro the other day because this guy loves to not check Lumberjack, even in Kaz boots. And as soon as I saw that flute, I was like, he's losing this seed for sure. If he's playing. So,
Good thing I wasn't
yeah.
playing it.
But I mean, honestly, maybe you felt the same, but in like the first 30 minutes, I was like, this is going to be a very, very quick seed. And then it just didn't work.
it just kept
at
going.
all.
Yeah.
Even with the
how could you even predict, right, that you would have
Yeah.
like one of the slowest victories of the tournament, over 100 minutes to get to the end of this.
And Incoherent, like, you hard last located those mitts?
Yes.
On
On my final pendant. boss.
the final pendant, so you're like, I don't even know if Quake is actually required. I'm just going to go pull the ped.
I would have felt real stupid if I'd walked to Turtle Rock and it been Quake, and I'm like, I gotta go back.
Mine was pretty close. I think at that point I had just the Hera chest, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so almost.
And there was an item in Hera Basement, right? It was like a heart
got a
piece or
I
something.
mean, it was a piece
Yeah.
of art, yeah. So it was an item, but it wasn't an important one.
But I was like, well, I have, obviously I have like 3 items in Back of Thieves Towns or something like that. So, but yeah, I was.
I just slammed Daga 1 like as soon as I could because, okay, well, it's required. That's why I went to Hera first.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, let's check the map and see if I need that.
Yep.
Yeah, I found I think it was the hammer or whatever, and so I did like a loop and then went to Aga kind of after I was done all that, because obviously without mitts we can't do anything with the flute anyway. Then I
Yeah, for most of the scene, the flute was just a nice get around the map a little faster.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Is
item.
like, my next move after that anyway is desert. So
Yeah.
I may as well go grab the flute and use that to get over there.
Yeah.
I think I'd already done desert. No,
Yeah,
I
you
comboed
did desert. You
with
desert early,
Swampin',
yeah. So
So, but yeah, I was fading at the end of that seed, man. I went to the dark maze in Turtle Rock and was like, I feel like I'm missing something, and had to turn around because I never did the big chest or mimic, and
yeah, we saw that as well.
I forgot the flute when I went to activate the flute.
yeah,
yeah.
we saw that as well.
Ice Palace is impossible. To this day, I don't think anyone's ever full cleared Ice Palace correctly.
Well, the meta changes, from hour to hour, right?
Yeah.
So it just,
Like, what are these doors? I think every race I've played today where I've done Ice Palace, I've done it differently, and it was wrong every time.
well, that's what Rando likes to do to us. It questions our sanity, and it causes us to become even more and more simultaneously in love with Rando, but also hating Rando at the same time. It's
Yep.
just how the game works, right?
Yep.
Like, I don't have a lot of love for this mode, but Rando just does things sometimes.
Yeah.
It certainly feels bad because this is supposed to be the quick mode, right? Cas boots, and then
And then you
And
get a
then
1
you
hour
get the-
40
yeah.
a 1 hour 40 minute win.
Where I had Mitts go mode. Like, I did not do a single chest in Ice Palace.
Yes.
must be nice.
I just like how that chest is only there for me to hook shot to it.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, GG's again, guys. Like
GGs.
any last thoughts or
Well, that was our last race in the group. I think, or you might
I
have one
think
more.
so.
You have
No,
one
I'm
more.
done.
No, okay. Then I think that's the last race. Not that it mattered for either of us, but it was fun.
Hey.
And I'll probably play Rando again next year.
All right. Well, that's all we're looking for. So,
My first time here live, so it's been
hey,
fun,
fun.
to, like,
Yeah.
both to play and to meet everybody and see some faces. And
Come play
We,
Crow.
we were saying it at one point, like that is one of the best things about SGL is like that interaction. Like when it's 4 people online, it's 4 geographically dispersed
Yeah.
people. But here, it's like
we're all together.
you were right there, we're right here. The people watching are right there.
Well,
You
they
still have,
were,
like,
they
a
were
hun-
right there.
Yeah.
They're off to dinner.
We even get to make the joke, like welcome Raiders from Speedgaming 3.
as they walked over. Yeah.
But yeah, GG's, gentlemen. I guess we'll let this end. So for whatever might be happening here next, we'll let them start getting set up.
I know there's an OTR play-in that's happening.
Yeah, and I think that might be
soonish.
like all
It's
over the
6
place
people.
here. Yeah.
All 6 groups have a 3-0.
So good luck to Zooter. We'll go play some
Crokinole.
Crokinole.
All right. Until next time,
See
keep
ya.
watching Speed Gaming.